So SQL Workshop allows you to use Run SQL and PLSQL. Even if it is a low-code application development tool, you can still customize things by going in and writing your own SQL and PLSQL. And it also includes tools for saving these in case you need to run them often. So SQL Commands allows for creating and running SQL and PLSQL code. Also allows you to browse the execution history. You can save frequently executed SQL and PLSQL, and allows for reviewing the SQL explain plan. So I wanted to give you a demonstration on SQL Commands. In this demonstration, I wanted to show you how to locate the SQL commands and how to use the SQL commands. If you click on the drop-down arrow next to SQL Workshop, you'll notice that we have a SQL Commands link right there. Now here in the SQL Commands window, we can go in and run a simple select statement. And you'll notice that we have a run button over here. And you'll notice that it does tell us what the date was 3,000 days ago from the current date. You can also select from any of the different objects that are in the schema that you see up here. For instance, we have a table called emp, and I can come in and select from that table. Now you'll notice that it does tell us that there are more than 10 rows available, and it tells us to increase the row selector to view more rows. This is right up here at this level. And so we can go ahead and expand that. Let's go ahead and change that to 200 rows. And we can go ahead and re-execute our query. And you'll notice that we get back 14 rows, which means that this table only has 14 rows in it. You can also download the data by clicking on the download link. Now we also have a query builder tool right here. And the query builder allows you to go in and build a query using the wizard. Now it tells us Visual Query Builder is not able to open the current query. And if you get that error message, just go ahead and click on return. It's complaining that you happen to have a SQL statement already in that little worksheet there. So just remove that. And at that point, you can go ahead and click Query Builder, and it will reload and allow you to build a query against any of these different objects that you see over here on the left. So again, I'll go ahead and choose the emp table. I'll just kind of click on that, and it allows us to select which column or columns that we want to select for our query. So I'll do employee name and manager and hire date, and let's go ahead and do the department number as well. And if you would like, you can always move these to a different position in the query. So maybe I want department number up at the top, so I can just keep moving that up. And you'll notice that we can sort the data however we want. And let's go ahead and add a condition potentially here. We can say where department number not equal to 200. And what that would do is filter out any of the rows that don't map to department 200. And we can go ahead and click on the SQL here. And you notice that it builds the query for us. We can click on the results. And we can go ahead and click on Save SQL in order to see if we have any saved SQL. We can also go ahead and click on Return, at which point that will save that query on the worksheet for us. And we can go ahead and rerun that if we would like. And that allows us also, by the way, to change our filter. And let's put Department 10 in here, for instance. And anybody that reports to Department 10 should be excluded. And you'll notice that the filter is working great on that. A little shortcut, just in case you want to clear the command, go ahead and click on the button, Clear Command, and that'll get rid of that. I also wanted to point out that there is the ability to look at the explain plan. You can look at the describe. We have a Save SQL tab. There's also a history tab where you can go back in and repopulate that if you have erased it from the worksheet. And so it's a pretty capable utility here that you can use, the SQL Workshop. SQL Scripts allows for creating or uploading scripts. Scripts can also be executed. And SQL Scripts has the ability to drill down to the execution result. Scripts can also be downloaded. In this demonstration, I wanted to show you how to create and use SQL Scripts. Again, we can go ahead and navigate to SQL Workshop and then to SQL Scripts. And in this case, you'll notice that I already have several different scripts created. If you would like to create another script, you can go ahead and click on Create. And what I will do is just create a simple one here. I will call it my demo script. And we will go ahead and write the script here. Select sysdate from dual. You can go ahead and put whatever code you would like there that would run against the database. And we can go ahead and click on Create. That would then create the script for us. Now, you'll notice that we have the ability to run it here. We also have the ability to go back and edit that. And when you're in edit mode, you can go ahead and also download, and that will allow you to save that script file locally if you would like. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and click on the Run button, and we'll go ahead and click on Run Now. And you'll notice that it tells us that the statement was processed successfully and that one row was returned. Now, again, if we go back to SQL scripts, we also have the ability of just clicking on the Run button down here, and you'll notice that that same page pops up where we can go ahead and click the Run Now button again.